Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever legit video on my unnamed channel that doesn't exist. I don't have any idea yet what I'm gonna do with this. I really wanted to make a sit-down video ranking all of the books I read in 2025. I'm sat in front of my bookshelves. Hopefully this is like a nice setting and I can grab some books as we get along. I hope I don't offend anyone, and if I do, I'm not really sorry. This is just my opinion, so let's go. All right, so I made this tier list of all the books that I've read last year. I did it in a random order. Well, actually I did it in order and then I imported my screenshots and then it shuffled them into a random order. I will be sure to kind of stick series together though, because that's just nicer. Last year, oh my God, I read 31 books and I'm actually tier ranking 32 because I read one of them partially last year and then I finished it like on the 1st of January. It's all basically fiction. I think there's 2 non-fiction books in there. So we're actually starting out with a non-fiction book, which is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. This is really fucking old. This is philosophy and something I never thought I would read. But I got this for my birthday 2 years ago. So it took me like a whole year to read because nonfiction I never really read in like one go, especially with philosophy. This was so difficult, not gonna lie. And it was good, but it took me like a whole year. Anyway, this was like pretty good. I'm actually now seeing, I gave my tier ranking like custom names. It reset to just S, A, B, C, and D, which is boring. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put those custom names in again. Okay, now that we're back again, this took like 2 seconds, so you can actually kind of, you know, get a bit of a better feeling of how I felt about this book. But honestly, I don't remember a thing, and I don't think I will ever look back into it. I think it's like right behind me. I can't get it. My chair is in front of it. I will put this in okay. Well, actually no. I'll put it in pretty good. But I also kind of felt stupid while reading it. Moving on to the next nonfiction book I will just quickly do, which is Shit They Didn't Tell You. I'm sorry, it's actually right here. Shit They Didn't Tell You, How to Succeed in the Creative Industries. I actually saw this in the design section and I was like, you know, that's actually kind of interesting because this was right in a period where I was almost graduating. This book was aimed at like freshly graduated people in the creative industries, which I studied communication and multimedia design. I thought this book would be very relevant for me, and it was. It was really good. The book is full of like pictures and I don't know, it's just not really like, it's very thin too. So this was super easy to read. I will put this in pretty good. All right, now we're moving on to the good shit, which is fiction. First book, I think this is also one of the first fiction books I read last year, which is After Dark by Murakami. I did not love this. This was like, I will put it in okay. It was, I honestly don't remember a thing. I remember the vibes were spooky and creepy and like nightly. Then we have There's Someone Inside Your House, which is I think it's young adult. And this gave me Scream vibes, which is good because I'm into those kinds of movies. So I mean, this was like a nice, fun vibe. And I actually got this book because I traded it with someone from my book club and she had this one for me. And it was actually something I had seen before and I was like, oh, you know, I'm kind of interested in that. Yeah, this was good. I will put this in pretty good. We have Us Against You by Frederick Backman and The Winners by Frederick Backman. These are both the sequels to Beartown, one of my favorite books ever of all time. So it's fair to say that these sequels were fucking amazing. I'm gonna both put them in Nothing Like It because they were both amazing, very emotional. That shit got me crying so bad. And yeah, it was really good. Next up, I can see we have Beach Read. It's the only reread I've ever done. I was like really slumped. It was in summer, I think, and I didn't know what to read. I was like in the middle of the Tower of Dawn and Empire Storms, Throne of Glass tandem read, which is like a huge fucking pill to swallow. And then I was like, you know what? I want to do a reread. And then my best friend, she was also reading Beach Read. And I was like, you know what? Let's read it together because we were gonna go on a holiday together like in the week after that. So I was like, let's do a reread. Yeah, it's a really good book. I love the vibes. It's Yeah, right, next we have You've Reached Sam by Dustin Thau. This was bad. Yeah, it's gonna go in absolutely not. This was like, no, this was so bad. It's young adult, it's about grief, and it just didn't do anything for me. The reasons for the main character wanting to forget about her, this is not a spoiler by the way, about her recently deceased boyfriend were really weird. I think I give this like 1.5 stars. So, and now I'm thinking about it because this is a book club book. There were actually 2 books in 2025 that I had to read for book club, which I DNF'd. Just gonna quickly mention those right now, which is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Don't come for me, but I hated it. It was so bad. I think I read half of it and then I was like, this is not doing anything for me. The other one was Inheritance by Nora Roberts, I think. That was just bad and nothing happened. And then I learned that there were like multiple sequels to the book, and that's kind of the reason why we didn't discover anything in that book. Just to get that out of the way. Those were 2 books I DNF'd last year. Another one by one of my favorite authors, Fredrik Backman. And we have Anxious People. This was really good. I like this. I'm gonna put it in pretty good. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna move Marcus Aurelius down to okay. I'm sorry. But Anxious People was really nice. It's didn't have that level of emotion that the other Fredrik Backman books had for me, but this was really good. I was really engaged. The story's really funny. It's just, he manages to write characters so well. Like every character has so much personality. It doesn't matter if it's either an old man or it's a young girl or whatever, it doesn't matter. Next, we have Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. This is the book I actually finished like 2 days ago, but I'm still counting it because I started reading it in 2025. This was good. I'm gonna put this in pretty good. It was enjoyable, but I actually read, which I think I'm just gonna put that one next, Strange Pictures by Uketsu, pretty recently too for book club. And this was a pretty similar vibe to Hidden Pictures because it was about drawings as well, and I really liked the drawings element of the book. I actually have it right here. It has like a bunch of these creepy drawings. It's basically just filled with those drawings and like they make up the whole story, which is kind of the same thing with Strange Pictures. It felt a bit too similar for me, even though the concept is it's very original, I think. It just didn't feel original for me because I read those books pretty close after each other. And I think I actually will put Strange Pictures in okay. No, I will both put them in pretty good. Now that I think about it, I think Strange Pictures was also really good. It was just different. It's really hard because I keep comparing them in my head, but they're not the same book. Also, Strange Pictures, the book club book, actually scored like the highest rating out of all the book club picks we've had in the past 2 years, I think. And I agree, it was good, it was nice. Speaking of book club, I think I'm just gonna do another book club book. We're just spicing up the order, which is Not Quite Dead Yet, which was our most recent book club pick. Not Quite Dead Yet, I will put in okay. The concept of her, this is not a spoiler again, of her getting struck in the fucking head and then almost dying and then only having 7 days left to live and then trying to solve her own attempted murder is really original, but the main character just irked me so bad. This one was meant to be like one of her only adult thriller books, but it didn't feel that way at all. The main character was supposed to be in like her 20s. I think she was like 27, but she was acting like she was 15. Why are you acting like that? It was just, no. Let's do Yellowface. I got this one for my birthday as well, and then I think I read it in like the spring, and this was good. I like this. It was pretty original. The only thing I will say about this, because it was really enjoyable, but the way she keeps making her point, like she tries to make her point so obvious, and it's like, we get it, she's racist, we get it. It was still pretty good. Next we have Convenience Store Woman, and this was actually pretty fine. This is a super thin book. This is like 200 pages, maybe not even, I don't know. But I bought this secondhand at a King's Day market. This was actually annotated. I have it right here, but this person clearly did not get it. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, but it was annotated in pencil, but that was what made it really funny to me and why I wanted to get it. This book is clearly about an autistic woman working a convenience store her entire life. This was fine, but because it was like a really thin book, it was just like, it was okay. That's why the tier is called okay, because like, I don't know. I think we're gonna get into the big pill, which is the Throne of Glass series. I read the entirety of the Throne of Glass series this year. I was able to buy the box set, which is right there, for 35 euros. It was crazy. I'm just gonna tier rank the entire series in a random order. So my favorite of the whole series is Queen of Shadows. It was so good. I can already tell you this series is 5 stars for me. I think we're gonna put Heir of Fire and Kingdom of Ash on top of there too. Empire of Storms and Crown of Midnight, Throne of Glass, The Assassin's Blade, and Tower of Dawn are gonna go in there. There's only a few books where I can truly remember like what happens in that book, but for me, with series this long, especially with fantasy, it just kind of blurs into one big picture. I read The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I think Riley Sager is one of my favorite thriller authors. This one was decent, but it wasn't my favorite. So I think I will put it in okay. The next one in line, I can't wait for this, because this was so bad. Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. It's going in absolutely not, because this was bad. I used to be hugely into romance. That was when I started reading in 2021. So I have all of Lauren Asher's books. And now that I think about it, Lauren Asher writes every single character of hers the same. I had to buy this book because I had already bought the other 2 of the series. This was the last one. It was bad, but especially this time, the male main character, he had some issues of his own, which were played very conveniently for the plot. So I hated this. This was bad. Anyway, let's get on to another one of my favorites, My Friends by Fredrik Backman. This was so good. This was so heartwarming. I read this on holiday. I read this in like a summer setting. The part of the book is also like in a summer setting, and you know I love reading books which are tied to a season. My light just shut off, so that's cool. So I'm gonna quickly plug that in. Okay, we are back. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this into the top tier. This was so good. This was amazing. Love reading books that are set in the same setting as the current season. Speaking of the opposite season, One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Apparently this was like a kind of sequel, interconnected standalone to Every Summer After. So it was like, I have to read this, and everyone said it was so good. And it was really good. It was really good. Also, I read this in summer. So, you know, that adds to the vibes. Next up, we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver right here behind me. These are all Elsie Silver books I have. This was also from my romance era because I'm actually not that into those books anymore. Wild Side was like, okay. Then I also read Wild Card, and I honestly don't remember a thing. I don't remember a thing. I don't even know what I rated on Goodreads. Also, this is like completely separate from my Goodreads ratings because some of them I may have rated a bit too highly or too low. The only books we have left are the bangers. Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Not my favorite Emily Henry book, but still really good. So I'm just gonna put it right there. This gave me big Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo vibes. Moving on to The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. So I am a huge Magnolia Parks / Daisy Hates fan. And then I saw she came out with a new book, and I was like, girl, start writing the new Daisy Hates book because I'm trying to get that. I'm glad she wrote this because this was fucking amazing. And I will put this into the top tier. Like the way her characters are written, like it just felt like I was stepping into the world of Magnolia Parks. And there were some characters from the Magnolia Parks universe in this book that got me a little giddy. Next up, we have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have all of her books. One of my favorite authors. And Atmosphere was not my favorite, but it was super good. It got me really emotional. I think I will put it in Nothing Like It because that was just, it was amazing. And then a book I read very recently was Evenings and Weekends. And I actually got this because it was just endorsed like everywhere. And then I saw it in store and the cover was so freaking beautiful. Like I needed to get it. And it was a really good book. I really loved the characters and like the whole vibe. I didn't read this in winter though, and it's like set in like the hottest day of the year, but this was really good. That was my whole entire tier ranking. I hope you agree. I hope you don't hate me for putting maybe some of your favorite books in the low tiers. Let me know what you think, if you agree. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time. Bye.